morning, everyone. We welcome you to the AGM today. I announce that we have the quorum for the AGM and would now request the chairman to address the members.
Good morning, members. It is 11:30 a.m. and I now call the meeting to order and confirm that the quorum for the meeting is present at this meeting. On behalf of the bank and the board of directors, I extend to all of you a very hearty welcome to this 79th annual general meeting of our bank. Let me start with the introduction session. Starting with myself, I am Prakash Chandra, Chairman of the bank, participating in the meeting through video conferencing from the RBL Bank's office at Hansale, Delhi.
Good morning, everyone. I am Subramanya Kumar, MD and CEO of the bank. I am participating in this meeting through the video conference from the corporate office of RBL Bank, Mumbai. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Rajiv Ahuja. I am the Executive Director of the bank, and I am participating in this meeting through video conferencing from our corporate office in Mumbai.
Now, let me also welcome and introduce all the independent directors and non-executive directors of the bank attending this meeting through video conferencing. Today, we have with us Dr. Somnath Ghosh, Independent Director of the bank and Chairman of the Audit Committee. Mr. Manjeev Singh Puri, Independent Director and Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mrs. Veena Mankapure, Non-Executive Director of the bank and Chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Mrs. Ranjana Agarwal, Independent Director of the bank. Mr. Ishan Rana, Independent Director. Mr. Chandan Sinha, Independent Director. Dr. Sivakumar Gopalan, Independent Director of the bank. Mr. Gopal Jain, Non-Executive Director of the bank.
Thank you, sir. Good morning and a warm welcome to all the members. I am Neeti Arya, Company Secretary of the bank. The members may please note that the Chairman of the Audit Committee, Dr. Somnath Ghosh, Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Mr. Manjeev Singh Puri, and Chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Madam Veena Mankapure, are present at this AGM. I also wish to inform the members that the representatives of the statutory auditors, Messrs. C&K and Associates LLP, Chartered Accountants, the representatives of the retiring statutory auditors, Messrs. Hari Bhakti and Company LLP, the representatives of the proposed joint statutory auditors, Messrs. GM Kapadia and Company, and the representatives of the secretarial auditors, Messrs. Alvin J and Company, the practicing company secretaries, are attending this meeting through video conferencing. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, via their respective circulars, permitted the holding of AGM through video conferencing, and this AGM is being held in compliance with the said circulars. In accordance with the relevant MCA and SEBI circulars, the annual report for the financial year ended 21-22, along with the notice of the 79th AGM, has been sent on August 26, 2022, only by the electronic mode to those members whose email addresses are registered with the bank or depository participant. The notice of this AGM and the annual report for the financial year 21-22 was also made available on the bank's website, CDSL's website, and also on the website of the stock exchanges, which is BSE Limited and NSE. With the permission of the members, I take the notice of the AGM as read. Members are requested to note that there are no adverse observations, qualifications in the auditor's report on the financial statements and the secretarial audit report for the financial year ended 31st March 2022. With the permission of the members, I take the statutory auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report as read. Members may also note that as per the aforesaid circulars, the inspection documents, including the documents mentioned in the annual report and notice of this AGM, are available with the bank for inspection through electronic mode during the AGM. During FY 21-22, the bank had incurred losses. Accordingly, the directors did not recommend dividend on the equity shares for FY 21-22. I would like to take you through certain points regarding participation and proceedings of this meeting. All the members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance by background noise and ensure smooth conduct of the AGM. During the AGM, if any member faces any technical issue, he may contact the helpline which is mentioned in our notice. Members are hereby informed that the transcript of this AGM shall also be published and hosted on the website of the bank after the AGM is over. Now I request our chairman, Mr. Prakash Chandra sir, to please address the members. Sorry sir, 1 second, we can't hear you. Yes sir, now it is okay sir. Please.
Okay. Good morning, dear shareholders. I welcome you all to this 79th annual general meeting of RBL Bank. I hope you, your families, and your loved ones are healthy and safe. As the world recovers from the deadly pandemic, all businesses and business models were severely challenged, and your bank was no exception. Financial year 22 challenged your bank and its leadership in many ways, largely driven by the impact of the business and on the employees of the bank during this pandemic. Throughout this phase and during the leadership transition that your bank underwent, our employees, our customers, our depositors, and most importantly, you, our shareholders, have steadfastly supported us, stood by us. The board is grateful to you for that. As Mr. Vishwir Ahuja, the founding member, MD and the CEO of the bank, completed his term on June 23rd, we were fortunate to have a smooth transition and our new MD and CEO, Mr. R. Subramania Kumar, joining on the same day. We would like to place on record our sincere thanks and gratitude to Mr. Vishwir Ahuja for steering your bank since its inception. During this period, the bank made outstanding progress in all fields, be it deposits, advances, size of balance sheet, number of branches, and so on. The business has grown many folds, and he has left behind a strong foundation for his successor to take it forward. We wish him and his family all the very best for his future. We also extend our warm welcome and best wishes to our new MD and CEO, Mr. Subramania Kumar. We are confident that he will take the bank to further heights with his deep knowledge, commitment, and energy that he has already displayed since joining. I would also like to record the board's gratitude and appreciation to our Executive Director, Mr. Rajiv Ahuja, who played a very important role in keeping the bank steady across all stakeholders in the difficult times, and continues to support Mr. Kumar and the board as your bank takes rapid steps to recover from the events of last 2 years and chart its future course. Mr. Vijay Mahajan, who has served the board as non-executive director, will be retiring at the end of this AGM, and as per the resolution number 3 of the AGM notice, he has decided not to seek renomination. Mr. Mahajan has been Mr. Mahajan has made huge contribution to the deliberations of the board with his vice counsel, and he is the leading light for the bank and the country as such in growing the microfinance industry and inclusive lending for growth. We wish him all the very best to pursue his passion for improving the lives of poor. As a part of the strengthening of our board, we are delighted that Mr. Gopal Jain and Dr. Professor Sivakumar Gopalan, two distinguished industry stalwarts, have agreed to join our board. And I would like you to join me in welcoming them to this RBL family and playing an active role in helping the board and the management in the coming years. Finally, on the people's front, we were unfortunately devastated by the recent demise of our CFO, Mr. Amrut Palan, at a young age of 52. Amrut has been with us as a CFO since 2019 and was an exemplary human being and a leader. He will be deeply missed by all of us. We pray for his departed soul. From a performance standpoint, we are demonstrating strong operational resilience and capital position, which will support value generation in future. We have strengthened our capital position and substantially reduced the risk profile of the bank. We have increased the reach and scale of the bank while retaining our niche and adding new products. Over the course of the pandemic, our customers have embraced digital banking extensively, and this has helped us to customize our offerings and improve our understanding of their needs. The investments made by us in our digital capabilities are enabling us to serve a larger base with consumer-focused digital platforms. Our bank undertook several initiatives putting risk management, governance, and controlled growth at the core. These included encouraging a culture of responsibility and ownership within the organization and towards the customers, and an enhanced culture of compliance. Finally, I would like to reiterate that our bank's constant endeavor is to support our customers and generate value for our stakeholders. Given our inherent strength, we are uniquely positioned to capitalize on the market opportunities that we see coming. I hereby confirm that the bank has made all efforts feasible under the circumstances to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered in this AGM. The facility of joining this AGM through video conferencing is made available to the members on first come, first served basis. The bank has availed services of Central Depository Services India Limited, that is CDSL, for facilitating voting through electronic means as the authorized e-voting agency for the purposes of this AGM. The attendance of the members through VC shall be counted for the purpose of quorum as per the Companies Act 2013. In the end, on behalf of the board, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all our stakeholders for their continued support. To our management and to our employees, I will say a big thank you for your hard work, commitment, passion to achieve our collective goal of controlled growth with continuity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I now request our MD and CEO to address the members.
Dear shareholders, a very warm good morning to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you at the 79th the general meeting of RBL Bank. This is an important day as we get the opportunity to hear from you, our dear shareholders. Before we commence, as I proceed further, as has been said by the chairman of the board, I would like to mention with a deep grief that the RBL Bank family lost one of its senior colleagues, the Chief Financial Officer of the bank, Mr. Amrut Palan. Amrut has been with our bank since 2019. He was a pillar of strength for our organization and the gentleman of the highest order. On September 8th, we lost this wonderful person, a very bright and capable senior leader. RBL Bank will endeavor to keep Amrut Palan's memory alive in our hearts and through our work. I request everyone to observe a minute of silence to pay respect to the departed soul. Thank you very much. May his soul rest in peace. It has been 3 months since I joined this bank, and I must say that I am highly encouraged by the efforts put in by our people and the stewardship on display as the organization worked to ensure business continuity, as well as delivered on its commitment to the stakeholders. I have been in the banking industry for over 4 decades. And leading an institute like RBL Bank comes to me with a great responsibility. The team with entrepreneurial spirit came together over a decade ago under the leadership of Mr. Vishwavir Ahuja in 2010. And they transformed RBL Bank, scripting a phenomenal growth story. In this journey, Mr. Ahuja successfully created growth opportunities and built a resilient institution with a team that was driven by passion. This institution is based on the principles of good governance, integrity, and service standards, and these principles have continued to drive the bank in times of challenges and changes. For me, taking responsibility means that I use my experience of running a large retail and wholesale franchise to further leverage the platform, scale up the bank, and deliver growth with continuity. With the quality and the depth in the management team at the bank, the financial strength, robustness of the platform across rural and urban India, I have a complete faith that we have embarked on a great journey together, leveraging our key strength in resurgent market. Throughout the period under the impact of COVID-19, we have de-risked the business and adequately provisioned. While dealing with the challenges, we have continued to enhance our product mix and improve our platform of service offerings. Being a growing bank with aspirations, we continue to back new products tailor-made to specific customer segment and new services offerings aimed at improving customer experience. We have also been investing in upgrading our technology, a clear competitive edge. The digital capabilities that have been built and the market recognition we have received for the same is heartening and impressive. We have recently been adjudged as India's best bank for the digital solutions by Asia Money Best Bank Award 2022. Our emphasis continues to be on the digital to drive incremental growth in customers and ease the operating cost. The business environment. The economy will likely to witness the start of private capex cycle over the next 12 months as physical infrastructure constructions driven by the government spending picks up. The early signs of this are already evident in higher capacity utilization levels. The strong financial health, stable operating environment, and rising credit demand altogether make for a strong backdrop for what could turn out to be a growth-intensive year ahead for the banking industry. The widespread push for digital infrastructure can also become an accelerator of India's reform. A brief review of our performance during 21-22. In this year, balancing the health of our balance sheet has been the priority. We saw our liquidity remain healthy and with improving deposit accretion. Our overall deposit increased to about 79,000 crores. On this larger base, we were able to improve our retail LCR and CASA on year-on-year basis. Maintaining a strong capital base has been the core to us since beginning of the bank's transformation journey in 2010. We successfully raised $100 million Basel III compliant Tier 2 notes from US International Development Financial Corporation, DFC, America's Development Finance Institution. This capital rise is endorsement of the bank's financial health and stability and also its efforts in financial inclusion, supporting micro, small and medium-sized enterprises across India. We are well capitalized. Our capital adequacy stood at 16.8% as of March 22, while further increasing to 17.5% as of June 22 with the Tier 2 capital rise. We have steadily improved our asset quality as well as significantly enhanced our ability to deal with NPAs through adequate provisioning. Our net NPA as of March 22 was at 1.34%, trending significantly lower than 2.12% in March 2021. With our provision coverage ratio, PCR, at 70.4% as of March 22. Our net interest income was up at 4,027 crore with a net interest margin at 4.45%. Our capital ratios stand improved across the board and our liquidity buffers remain high. On advances in the wholesale business, we are taking a strategic decision of lending to the right mix of business and optimize our risk and return. In the retail segment, a healthy uptick is seen in credit cards and home loan business in our urban market. We have targeted offerings for the rural markets, which is seeing growth in demand in micro banking, agri and tractor loans. We are also adding our product suite in line with our growing corporate book. We are banking on our inherent expertise and our technological capabilities. On the deposit front, our focus will continue to be on growing granular deposits. RBL Bank 2.0 in action, which we call it as a growth with continuity. This year, we are building from a position of strength. We have a clear strategy that rests on 4 important aspects of people, products, partnership, and performance. They are all important and highly dependent on each other for controlled growth with continuity. And we have tried to integrate sustainability with each of these aspects. One thing I can tell you for sure is that there is a great amount of work happening and it is development oriented. We can all be proud of. On a personal note, banking is an absolute relationship. My experience of our work at RBL Bank is that as an organization, we understand this very well.
Let's start a couple of pages. Let's start with people.
Yeah, there is a small page where I will just list it out. I'm just starting it from where. Sorry for the mix-up. The page has been missed out of the printout. When I talked about RBL 2.0 in action, we talked about 4 important aspects of it. That is a people, product, partnership, and performance. Let us go into each of these in detail as what we wanted to do as we move forward in the years to come. Let's start with people. Our 18,000 employees, including the bank and RBL FinServe, signify our relationship with over 11 million customers and the communities we work with. Our growth is a result of the ability of our employees to translate our values and mission into action on ground that generate customer trust in what we have to offer. To this end, we continue to perform consistently well. Our talent pool is not only our source of inspiration, but also a reason for continually investing in our efforts to upskill and upgrade. Our learning and development initiatives are focused on growth and development as a futuristic organization. We understand that only a truly empowered workforce can perform to the highest potential. To encourage employee participation and ownership towards our bank's growth and transformation journey 2.0, we have also introduced a number of initiatives within the organization. We'll come to the second part of that, the 4 Ps. The products. Having an extensive product portfolio will help us increase the wallet share of our existing customer base. We will continue to invest in our product suite with an aim to reach critical size of over next 2 to 3 years. The more we widen our product offering, the more growth engines we will have, leading to better mining and serviceability of our customers. We will specifically focus on the areas of vehicle, housing, small business lending, and other capital light retail products to build the niche. As customer performance leans towards digital, we are finding new ways to engage with them through our digital offerings. We have collaborated with the Google Cloud to fuel the bank's customer experience strategy and expand our value proposition to serve our rapidly growing customer base through our digital platform Abacus 2.0. As collaboration will enable better customer data management and analytics, allowing effective cross-selling within our large customer base and subsequently reducing the cost of customer acquisition significantly. Through Abacus 2.0, we aim to provide a superior and holistic one-stop solution to our existing as well as to new customers. We will soon be launching additional products in MSME segment with end-to-end digitalization. Partnership. We are forging industry partnership across the ecosystem to broad base our reach as well as our offerings, with a view to ultimately having our brand recognition pan-India. Our aim is to continue being a partner of choice for the up and coming business, especially the fintech. The lasting relationship being cultivated with the partners will help us fulfill our goal with the new products tailor-made for specific consumer segment and the new services aimed at improving the customer experience. As we progress in our digital journey, innovations in payments, it continues to remain a focus area for the bank. In line with these efforts, we partnered with Amazon Pay to offer P2P, that's a peer-to-peer and peer-to-merchant transactions. This collaboration has equipped our users to make a seamless and convenient UPI-based transactions. This year, our bank has empaneled with the Reserve Bank of India to collect direct and indirect taxes on behalf of the Government of India. This will enable us to open multiple convenient channels for our customers to pay taxes. I would like to share that we have gone live on collection of customs duty through IceGate portal. The other services will also be enabled in the course of this year. Performance. Together, we have strengthened our position for the greater achievements in the future. By continuing to work together, aligned with our values and our customer-centric approach, we are sure to get there. As part of our responsibility to a wider group of stakeholders, we are working to build the bank with a clear strategy supported by effective governance aligned with our ESG priorities. UK Pact, a program funded by the UK government, in its recent study in February 2022, identified RBL Bank as one of the front-running financial institutions in India that has adopted best ESG practices and at the forefront of sustainable finance. We are one of the first banks in India to establish an integrated environmental and social management system to assess credit risk. Our vision for the future of the bank is clear, and so is our understanding of how we will deliver this vision. Our aim is to harness the full potential of all our platforms the execution of our major product launches and processes is something that I personally and constantly follow and monitor. Certain customer-centric initiatives are close to my heart, and I feel a great commitment towards that. These initiatives of the bank will enable us to build a high-quality, agile bank of tomorrow with sharp focus on customer, technology, and innovation. One thing I can tell you for sure, there is a great amount of work is happening, and which is nothing but the development which all can be proud of. On a personal note, banking is about a relationship. My experience of working at RBL Bank is that as an organization, we understand this very well and deliver it as well. I would like to close by expressing my gratitude to the regulator, both RBI and SEBI, investors, the board, and the members of the senior management and the team RBL for the trust in me. Our investors and the shareholders for being with us through a period of challenge and change. My colleagues across our teams for their faith in our abilities, and our customers for their continued engagement and trust in us. As they say, consistency and continuity are the keys to success. Our aim at RBL Bank is to fulfill the commitments made to our stakeholders, directed by a long-term strategy of controlled growth with continuity. Thank you.
Good speech.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we start with the question and answer session. So just for an update, we have got 22 members who have registered themselves as speakers. The names of the speakers who have registered themselves shall be announced one by the moderator. The speaker would thereafter be unmuted by the host. To start speaking, the speaker is requested to click the video on button. If the speaker is not able to join through video for any reason, the speaker can speak through audio mode also. If there is a connectivity problem at the speaker's end, the next speaker would be asked to join. And once the connectivity of the previous speaker improves, we will invite the person again. May I also request, for the benefit of time and for ensuring participation of all speakers, that each speaker may please be brief, and a request that please don't repeat the questions and points which are already made by the earlier speaker. Now I invite questions from the members who have registered themselves as speakers, and as I said, we'll take your name and one by one you'll be unmuted. Speakers are also informed that the responses for the questions raised by each one of them will be provided at the end, after all the speakers have finished speaking. Now over to the moderator, and she'll take the name and the person will be unmuted.
I request the first speaker, Mr. Bhimra Bujappa Magdum, to please speak.
Hello. Good morning, all of you. Mr. Prakash Chandra sir, Mr. Subramanian Kumar sir, Raju Ahuja sir, Jina Mankapure, and all of you. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, please.
Yes.
Please, sir.
Yes. 2021-22 ला आपण नवीन ब्रांचेस किती काढल्या ऍज ऑन डेटला, आणि ओपन किती झाल्या, बिझनेस ग्रोथ का नाही आहे आपल्या बँकेला?
Sorry, repeat करना था question?
Yeah. 2021-22, as in how much branches opened there, and did not business growth did not get it.
Yeah. So you're saying how many branches are opened and the business growth did not keep up.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we got it, sir. Anything else, sir, you want to add?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we got your first question. Anything else you want to add, sir?
Yes, my file.
Yes, please. Yes.
2022-23 ला आपण ब्रांचेस किती काढणार आहोत, आणि बीसी ब्रांचेस प्रॉफिट मध्ये आहेत का? आपल्या 1302 ब्रांचेस आहेत बीसी ब्रांचेस, आणि त्या प्रॉफिट मध्ये आहेत का? सध्या कॉम्पिटिशन मध्ये दुसऱ्या प्रायव्हेट बँकाची सेल्स ग्रोथ जशी आहे तशी आपली का नाहीये? ओके. देन अनदर गेले 2 वर्ष आपण डिव्हिडंड घेतला नाहीये. ओके. सध्या मार्केटमध्ये सगळ्या बँकिंग कंपन्यांचे शेअर्स ऑल टाइम हायवर आहेत आणि आपण 70% आपल्या ऑल टाइम हाय पासून डाऊन शेअर प्राइसवर डाऊन मध्ये चाललेलो आहे आपण. आणि इन्व्हेस्टरसाठी आपण काय विचार करू शकताय, त्यामुळे आपण आपल्या शेअर होल्डर्सला कोणत्या प्रकारे कॅपिटल अप्रिशिएशन देण्याबद्दल तुम्ही काय विचारात आहात? आणि मी मागच्याही जनरल मीटिंगला हा एक प्रश्न विचारलेला तुम्हाला की गेले 3 वर्ष झालं ऑनलाईन आपल्या जनरल मीट चालू आहे, तर ऍटलिस्ट हाफ इयरली किंवा इयरली किंवा एक शेअर होल्डर्स जे काही काळजीवाहू शेअर होल्डर्स आहेत त्यांची तर ऍटलिस्ट किंवा एक सगळ्यांना मेल करून त्यांची एक कुठेतरी मीट कोल्हापुरात घेण्यासंदर्भात मी मागच्या वेळी बोललेलो, आताही बोलतोय. या संदर्भात गेल्या एनएम मध्ये त्या संदर्भात काही तुम्ही हे घेतलेलं नाहीये. या संदर्भात हे 5 ते 6 प्रश्न माझे आहेत. काय उत्तर देऊ इच्छिताय बोला.
Should I translate for you?
Yes, sir. We heard you, and now I request the next speaker to please.
I request Mr. Sachin Surendra Mankapure to please speak.
Hi. Good afternoon. Myself Sachin Mankapure. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity to raise my questions. My first question. Let me start straight away with my questions. My first question is, considering the negative sentiment built in investors' mind, what measures does the new management want to bring in to attract and retain retail investment? How much time frame do you expect for this turnaround? That is my first question. Did you get it? Should I move on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we got it,
Yeah.
sir. Please.
Yeah. The second question I want to raise is online frauds are on the rise in the recent past. How many frauds have been reported against our digital banking platform? And how the bank is planning to strengthen the digital banking platform for such cyber security attacks or threats? And this is my second question. Should I move on?
Yes, sir, we got it.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And my last question is, once upon a time, bank's loan book was concentrated around credit cards. Good to see that it's getting diversified. My question is there any specific sector that bank is planning to aggressively target for loan distribution? What changes being brought in for such loan disbursement as well as recovery of delinquent loans?
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. The next one, please.
I request Mr. Gaurav Leeladhar Rojatkar to please speak. I request the next speaker, Mr. Gaurav Leeladhar Rojatkar, to please speak. Mr. Gaurav Leeladhar Rojatkar.
Looks like there is some connectivity issue at his end, so we are moving to the next speaker, please.
Request Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain to please speak. The next speaker, Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain.
Mr. Dilip Jain, if you are there, can I request you to please speak? We have unmuted you. Okay, so we move to the next one now, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Yunus Rangwala, to please speak.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, Chairman, sir, RBL Bank.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Mumbai हाँ सर, मुंबई से सर मैं यूसुफ भाई रंगवाला बात करता हूँ सर। ये अपना बैंक कोल्हापुर में है सर। देखिए सर, अपना नजदीक मौका देखो कितना होता है सर। सर टोटल नंबर ऑफ ब्रांचेस कितना है और टोटल नंबर ऑफ एटीएम कितना है? सर मेरा दो सवाल है, टोटल नंबर ऑफ एटीएम एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ ब्रांचेस। और सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ अपना फॉरेन में कितना है, जैसा कनाडा, अफ्रीका, यूनाइटेड, दुबई, वहाँ पे अपना टोटल नंबर ऑफ कितना है सर? और अपना सर डिविडेंड आपने नहीं दिया सर, मुझे अपना बैलेंस शीट चाहिए सर। हो सके तो मुझे बैलेंस शीट भेजिए सर। अपना कंपनी शेयर डिपार्टमेंट लाजवाब है सर। चमकते रहे सितारे, चमकते रहे सितारे, ऐसे अपना कंपनी बैलेंस, अपने कंपनी से कंपनी सेक्रेटरी टीम है सर। उनके सितारे कभी चमकते रहते सर, कभी कम नहीं होते सर। लाजवाब है अपने बैलेंस शीट सर। मैं जानना चाहता हूँ सर, अपना आपने कुछ डिविडेंड कब लास्ट दिया था सर? वो मुझे जानना चाहिए इस बारे में सर, क्योंकि मुझे बैलेंस शीट नहीं मिली सर, तो मैं ब्लैंक हूँ सर। क्योंकि आपने मुझे बैलेंस शीट नहीं भेजा सर। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ आप मेरे एड्रेस पे बैलेंस शीट भेजिए सर। मुझे और तो कुछ नहीं पूछना है। आप अगर नया आपका ब्रांचेस समझो बॉम्बे में कुछ खोले तो आप हमें बुलाइए सर। आपका गेट टुगेदर में कुछ हमें चांस दीजिए सर। आपका बॉम्बे में सर कुछ गेट टुगेदर होता है सर, हमें चांस दीजिए, आपसे मिलना चाहता हूँ सर। मुझे और तो कुछ नहीं पूछना है। मेरा शुभकामना आपके साथ है। मैं आपको दिवाली, दशहरा, सब त्योहारों का आपको शुभकामना देता हूँ सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच। और आरबीआई बैंक का सर मैं शेयर होल्डर होकर सर मैं बहुत गर्व करता हूँ सर। और काफर मार्केट में आपका ब्रांच है सर, मैं वहाँ पे मेरा अकाउंट है सर। हम जहाँ भी जाते हैं सर, वहाँ पे आपके काफर मार्केट वाले ब्रांच वाले हमको बहुत अच्छा वेलकम करते हैं सर। योर पीपल आर वेरी पोलाइट एंड वेरी हम्बल सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। हो सके तो सर मुझे सर नेक्स्ट ईयर कोल्हापुर सर मैं आना चाहता हूँ फिजिकल मीटिंग में सर। मुझे कोल्हापुर बुलाने का कृपा करिए सर, इतना मेरा हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है सर। जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता। आई एंड माय स्पीच ओनली सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. I now invite the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Shashikant Balgonda Patil, to please speak.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. My first question.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Shashikant Patil. मैं सांगली से बोल रहा हूँ। सर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है मेरा, इस साल ऑफलाइन मीटिंग होगी ऐसा लग रहा था, ऑनलाइन मीटिंग की वजह से कॉस्ट सेविंग होती है क्या और कितनी हो गई? ये मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है। और सेकंड क्वेश्चन है, रूरल ब्रांच के इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस के साथ लोन बिजनेस भी पढ़ना चाहिए, इसके लिए बैंक ने कुछ प्लान किया है? ये दोनों क्वेश्चन है।
Sir, sorry, can you please repeat?
Total business. Rural anything.
Okay. Yes, sir. Got it.
Rural branch.
Rural.
Yes, sir. So you want to add anything?
नहीं सर, नहीं मैडम।
Thank you very much, sir. We have noted your questions. Now I request the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Chetan Subhash Shah, to please speak. Mr. Chetan Subhash Shah, please.
Yeah, I think he's not joined or maybe left us in between. So now I request the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Krishnan PS, to please speak.
Repeat, please.
Mr. Krishnan PS.
Mr. Krishnan, we have unmuted you. If you are there, can you please speak? Okay, maybe some again connectivity issue. Moving on to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola, to please speak.
Krishnan Lal.
Krishna Lal. Huh?
Can you repeat the name, please?
Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola, please.
Sorry, we move to the next one, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Krishan Lal Chadda to please speak.
Requesting Mr. Chadda to please speak. Mr. Chadda, we have unmuted you. Okay, sorry, looks like some trouble at his end. Moving to the next one.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Vinod Motilal Agarwal, to please speak.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir,
Can you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Respected Chairman Prakash Chandraji, our MD and CEO R. Subramania Kumar ji, and our CFO Amrut Palan and our CS Niti. Good afternoon to everyone, sir. I'm speaking on behalf of myself and my wife, who also is has a separate folio in the company. I've voted for all the resolutions not to be passed in today's AGM. Sir, I've noted that we've got 502 branches at the end of the year, which are 73 more branches than the previous year. It implies that we have opened 73 branches within 21-22. I'd like to know what is the time taken for a branch to break even, and what is the capex normally done to open a new branch? This is my first query, sir. And the rest is the other query is, in the past we were having a 500 crore plus normal profits. How long are we? Is the new management planning to come back to the normal of 500 crore profits? 2 years time, 1 year time? This is my other query. And the advances, the deposit was 79,000 crore, out of which the deposit, the CASA was about 35% on 29,000 crores. That was about 29,000 crores. So it's a very good thing. The CASA is a low cost of funds available to the company. And the CAR also about 16.82% was good. And sir, the GNPA shown to be 4.4%. That would roughly, in my sense, work out to on the advance of 60,000 crores to about 2,600 crores, sir. And any chances of recovering this 2,600 crores, because we are making provisions for them, and how any cases filed, what is the timeline that this 2,600 crores can be recovered? Net NPS 1.34, that works out to this thing. And then, now RBL 2, sir. I think so. This should have been RBL 3, because earlier the bank was Ratnakar Bank, and then it became RBL Bank, a private new generation bank. That was RBL 2. Now this thing should have been RBL 2.1 or 2.3 or RBL 3, whatever it should have been, sir. It is not RBL 2. It is beyond that, sir. Yes, sir. This is my suggestion. You should have given that this thing. And the graph shown on pages 8, 9, 10 give a very graphic picture of the past few years or 5 years. And very good, sir. The RAM lending growth. What is the credit growth that we achieved in the past year, and what are the likely targets for credit growth going forward, sir? I'm signing off, Vinod Agarwal. Thanking you, sir. I wish the company all the best for the future, sir. Signing off, Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai, and from me and my wife, Meena Agarwal, sir. Thanking you. Signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Abhishek J, to please speak.
Yes, madam, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible, sir. Please
Just a
speak, sir.
second. Just a second, madam. My name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DBID IN 301637 and client ID is 41359155. First of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. Trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest in our respective segment. Sir, I would like to know how it has been impacted in these past 3 years of this COVID time. Coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. Whether any employees we have sacked, hired, salary cut percentage, if any, I would like to know from you, sir. Whether any salary cut was being taken by the management in this pandemic time, I would like to know, sir. I would request the management to kindly take part in con call, quarterly presentations, and meeting with global investors on a regular basis. This will, in fact, give a boom to the business in the stock price in the stock market. And, sir, then what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? Myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Wells Associates in Chennai. So I would request your good self to kindly enroll our firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services, sir. Sir, we have made a request last year also, sir, but it was not considered. So kindly look into, sir, and consider the same and share the details of your legal team so that I can share my credentials with them. And nothing much, sir, we can see that 2020 was the last dividend being declared, and subsequently there's no dividend. And we are really worried, sir. And regarding the NPA also, we can see that the NPA is being, what steps have been taken by the management to recover proactive steps have been taken by the management to recover the NPA, and because of the COVID, there's a lot of NPA that is being increased. And what is the period of moratorium being given by our bank to the people who have obtained loan from our esteemed bank? I would like to know from you, sir, what is the period of moratorium? Because there's a lot of banks who just give a moratorium and it differs from bank to bank. And whereas RBI has given common guidelines, so how the moratorium is differing, I don't understand. So if you can just explain us about the moratorium which was being given in 2020 and 2021, it will be very helpful for us as a legal fraternity. Nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company, I thank the company secretary and their entire team for sending me the link well in advance and making the annual general body meeting a grand success. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity. Hope to see you in the physical AGM next year. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request the moderator to please invite the next speaker.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Mahesh Balakrishna Ghatke, to please speak.
Sir, we have unmuted you. Sir, request you to speak, please. Can you take the name, please, again?
Mr. Mahesh Balakrishna Ghatke.
Mr. Mahesh, sir, we can see, we can hear a background noise from your end. You can speak, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My question is one is what is the current holding of FI? And second is, as per SEBI guidelines,
Sorry, sir. Please, sir.
As per SEBI guideline, if any shareholder holding in physical shares is KYC is mandatory and it's mandatory. What is the deadline for KYC? My side is holding. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Mohit, to please speak.
Mr. Mohit, sir, are you there?
Mr. Mohit.
Maybe move to the next one, please.
I request the next speaker, Ms. Nisha Chanda, to please speak. Ms. Nisha Chanda, please.
Ma'am, can you please speak? Okay, so moving to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Kirti Shah, to please speak.
Mr. Kirti Shah, sir, you are there? Oh, I understand he is not logged in. Sorry. We move to the next one.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Atin Prafulla Mudhale, to please speak.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, very much. Please, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, all of seniors. As a shareholder, I would like to know the current product offering by RBL Bank to acquire the new relationship and growth, like retail loan, like car loan, housing loan, consumer loan, or the small enterprise loans for traders, manufacturers, or service industries like term loan, cash credit, with current market competitive interest rates. That's my question only.
So you want to add anything else?
No.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Sanjay S. Magdum, to please speak.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Respected
Yes,
sir,
sir, good afternoon. We can hear you.
respected sir, RBL Bank, which is originally Kolhapur-based bank, and we are very proud of our bank. First of all, we welcome and congratulate for the appointment of R.S. Kumar sir as MD of this bank. And my questions are, basically, this geography is based on agriculture, and in rural area, most of the community is having agriculture income, and also some of them purely dependent on it, as well as they do not having ITR. Basic requirement of the community is home loan, vehicle loan, and other small loan for household purposes. So requesting you provide such type of loans considering their agriculture income. And the second question is to catch up young brigade from our geography and provide them startup loans for the new businesses or new industries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Ms. Sheetal Babasaheb Patil, to please speak.
Hello. Hello, am I
Yes, sir,
audible?
we can hear you. Yes, sir, very much, sir.
Okay, good morning, everybody. मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि डॉक्टर्स, एडवोकेट्स, सीएस, इंजीनियर्स ऐसे प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए पर्सनल लोन के लिए कुछ स्पेशल स्कीम्स क्या आपने कुछ दिया है क्या?
Yes, sir, we heard your first question. You want to add anything, sir?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next speaker, please.
I request the next speaker, Mr. Appasaheb Annasaheb Masule, to please speak.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Appasaheb Masule from Sangli. Last 50 years, I am the customer and shareholder of the bank. I have great pleasure to welcome CEO R. Subramaniam Kumar. He has more than 40 years of the experience from the banking sector. He was ex-MD and CEO of the Indian Overseas Bank and Executive Director of the Indian Bank. During the customers meet held at Kolhapur, he told that bank is running in the third phase of its development. This phase is very important. Due to his knowledge, wisdom and vision of our new MD and CEO, bank will definitely approach in the new direction and definitely do the progress in the banking sector. From 2010 to up to the date, the deposits of the bank moved from the 10,000 up to 79,000 crores. This is very important. This reflects the great faith of the customers on the bank. According to its development view, bank definitely reached at its previous glorious days. All the stakeholders of the bank have great expectation from our new MD and CEO. The staff of the bank is the backbone of the bank. The shareholders and the deposits of the bank have also great expectation. I request to our new MD and CEO, please inform what is your planning and vision, provide proper justice to staff, depositors, shareholders, and loan takers, so that all stakeholders of the bank will emotionally and practically involved in the proper development of the bank in the third phase as per your thinking. Thank you, sir. We expect from different types of expectation from our side. So please inform what is your vision and planning of the development of the bank so that we can reach at the glorious rate which we have seen on the share market. The price of the bank share is reached up to the 730 rupees. Thank you very much, madam, and all the staff sitting in the boardroom. Thank you.
Many thanks, sir. Many thanks for your kind words. So we will actually, sir was the last speaker on the list, but we will again give an opportunity to the shareholders who could not speak earlier. We will take their name again and would request them to, speak if they have any queries. So the moderator will take the names now.
Requesting Mr. Gaurav Leeladhar Rozatkar to speak, please.
So I understand he is not logged in. We will move to the next one, please.
Requesting Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain to speak, please.
Sorry, he is not there. Moving to the next one, please.
I request Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gulab to please speak.
Sorry, he is also not logged in at the moment. Moving to the next one, please.
I request Mr. Mohit to please speak.
Sorry, he is also not logged in. Moving to the next one, please.
I request Ms. Nisha Chanda to please speak.
She is also not there.
I request Mr. Kirti Shah to please speak.
Sorry, he is also not logged in. Moving to the next one, please.
I request Mr. Krishnan PS to please.
Sorry, he is also not there.
I request Mr. Krishan Lal Chadda to please speak.
I think he is also not there. So that was the list actually of the speakers. Many thanks to all the shareholders for your queries and of course the appreciation words. Now I request our MD and CEO to address the queries of the shareholders.
Thank you, Niti. Thanks to the moderator. And first of all, thanks to all the shareholders for raising the points and the concerns. I will try to answer as many points as possible during this point. If anything is missed out, we'll try to communicate you through the mail. I just inform on behalf of the bank that anybody who has a query over and above can continue to write it to our investors' mail. I'll ask Niti to share you the mail ID through which you will be able to share it with us. And we'll make the best effort basis. We'll respond to all the queries which have been raised for. I will try to respond to the queries, not necessarily the same order it has been asked, but combining the points which has been brought out so that broadly we address all the concerns and issues, requirements which has been raised during this AGM is addressed broadly. First of all, I thank all the shareholders and the board members and management team for welcoming me with open hand, with the warm words. Thank you very much. And a lot of good words were said about me, and I have to live up to that. And only one great assurance I give to everybody who is there and assembled. Beyond that, the team RBL as well as the customer, 11 million customers of the bank, no efforts will be missing in taking this bank to its glorious day. We wanted to reach back that. Already the work related to that has already started. And it gives me a great pleasure and also An important learning which I have had here, despite having 4 decades, is that the enthusiasm and the involvement which I see across the bank, be it at the branch, be it a head office, be it technology team, is enormous. That provides a great confidence and increases my strength, and it concretizes my views that yes, the plan can be achieved much shorter than what we have been planning about. There was one suggestion that it should be called as RBL 3.0. You may call by any number. I'll just simply put RBL X.0. You can fill up the number, whatever the option is. Ultimately, what we wanted to achieve, I just wanted to push back and say very clearly that what we achieved in a decade, we wanted to achieve in half of the time. So you will be in a position to decide that how do we want to achieve, and we are already commenced our journey towards that. You know, the bank saw the growth to the tune of around 1,10,000, 1,20,000 of the balance sheet. We intend to double it in next 5 years' time. Is the very short and brief point which we wanted to make it, which we will be taking all efforts. There were suggestions and concerns with regard to the carrier segmentation of the customers that we taken care with the various products and services. I did mention in my speech as well that we will be coming out with the products and services which will target the different customer segment of the bank within the bank and different opportunity customer segment who are not a part of the bank. Both segments will be addressed, and there will be a lot of products and services which we'll be offering. However, I want to tell you with a caveat that we will not be adding products and services for the sake of adding it. We will be adding the products and services which will differentiate it from the other offerings in the market, so that we are in a position to, we are able to position ourselves an acceptable level equal to the best of the competitor. There are certain points with regard to the CASA. The CASA growth, you must fall back to 2 years of this balance sheet of the bank. And if you look at it, the CASA has been consistently growing. The management in all its commentary after the quarterly results has made it extremely clear. Moving forward, the bank will be focusing on granular deposit. Here I would like all the investors as well as the shareholders to understand what we mean by granular deposit. We wanted to bring in the stability by converting the high cost deposit, the high volume deposit, to that of the low volume deposit, and increasing the number of customers who will be banking with us, which we call it as a lower end of the spectrum. We wanted to divide that into the deposit of less than 2 crores, less than 5 crores. The growth focus will be on that. I can say with a lot of pride that in the last quarter itself, the bank, the employees, and together were able to increase the run rate of this segment. Today it is somewhere around 38%. We will be in a position to reach to 42%. That itself speaks volume about the focus of the growth in a granular way. There was a question with regard to the shareholding pattern. FII, we have 20%, and the total foreign, including FDI, is somewhere around 40% plus. Then with regard to the number of branches, we have around 503 and 414 ATMs. It is given there in our balance, annual report as well. Kindly refer to that for the details. Somebody was asking about how many branches were opened last year, and 73 plus branches were opened, and we intend to open 40 plus branches. This is excluding our 100% subsidiary, which is RFL, which also has around 800 branches. This is a footprint. If you wanted to see, the BC network is with around 8,000 BCs, correspondents across the country, and with around 800 plus branches in all these places. We have a very clear strategy for the digital channel. The bank will be in a position to grow strategically on 3 channels. One is a branch-based banking channel, which we have 503 plus 800 of the RFL. And the BC channel, 8,000 plus BC channel. And there is going to be a new channel, which is a digital channel, which we are strategizing during this year. Probably from next year onwards, this channel will also be in a position to use for the purpose of customer acquiring, customer servicing, customer retention across the products of liabilities and assets. And when the asset products are increasing, correspondingly liability products will also be increasing to meet your appetite for earning higher interest and your appetite for saving more. At the same time, getting you on to the emergency loans. And there was a lot of talk about the Mankapure. I intensively reached out to various geography of the country where our presence are fairly large. And I will learn that there is an appetite for our customer itself to have a lot of retail product, we will be launching those products. All the products as and when it is being launched will be displayed in our website. I request all the investors to be constantly engaged through our website. You will come to know about the details as and when we move forward. With regard to the NPA, there were a couple of questions which is just asked about. I would like to say that in the cycle, this will also address your concern of why dividend has not been shared. See, the bank persistently was cautious with regard to the expanding dividend portfolio over a period of around last 5 years. Nevertheless, the changing in the environment, the sudden absorption of some industries going back has impacted the bank in respect to the 4 accounts only, not majorly major accounts. If you look at any other bank of this size, they have a large number of such accounts in their portfolio, whereas this bank, due to its the diligent underwriting as well as a strong risk-based, got exposed to 4. This was one which made the bank to make extra provision. We are now ending with around 2,200, 2,300 crores of our NPA. These NPAs predominantly with 4-5 accounts. These accounts recovery actions are very, very strongly initiated. And some of them are already showing the signs of recovery, and we will not let go of our efforts for recovering this amount. Ultimately, these are the accounts where the provisions have been made. We will try to recover to the greatest extent. Definitely, we will not allow any steps not taken. We will not persistently, we will pursue these accounts for recovery. The dividend has not been provided. Yes, last year we were not in a position to make we were loss making, hence the board did not recommend for the dividend. And the previous year also, due to the guidelines of the Government of India or Reserve Bank of India, we were not in a position to declare the dividend. However, the bank had a history of giving a dividend as ranging from 17 to 27%. So going by the history, as the progress is achieved, bank will definitely take a call and the board will be in a position to take a call as we progressively improve our performances and parameters and indicators. Right? The CASA ratio, as I told you, that we are somewhere around 36%, which is for the bank of this size with the bank of the niche products, is not below average. However, we within ourselves are not satisfied with that. We're moving towards higher numbers. On average, 2 to 3% of the CASA will be added in every year as we move forward next 2 to 3 years. There was a question with regard to the online fraud. I would like to say that online fraud is I have the figures of the total frauds of the bank, which is somewhere around 300 crores, consisting of 300 plus accounts. The exact cyber-related frauds, the numbers will be shared with you as we move forward through the mail. Here, I would like to assure you 2 things. One, there are a lot of proactive measures are being taken by the bank in the last 1 year time to strengthen this cyberspace. The credit card, the fraud which was peaked in the industry during the pandemic has been, I will say that, arrested to a very great extent so that the fraud has dropped in less than 0.5% below that. So looking at the total card size of around 4.6 million, 3.6 million cards with us, it's a minuscule. However, we don't want to say that that is acceptable to us. No fraud is acceptable to the bank, and we will take proactively, consistently, continuous steps for addressing every single fraud which comes to our way. Any new method which is going to be introduced will be countered with the countermeasures. We have a strong CISO, we have a strong risk practicing, we have a strong operational risk management team. These teams are continuously working with the business team for addressing this major concern. And it is a concern to everybody across, and we don't want any of our customers to be fall for this particular fraud. Foreign branches, we don't have any foreign branches. And there was a request for sending the balance sheet. We will definitely kindly share your request to the mail, and we have already noted down. It will be sent to you, the printed balance sheet. And I'm delighted to hear about the fact that the services of the branches are very, very good and satisfactory. And I have been very insistently telling right in my communications also that ultimately the differentiator for this bank vis-a-vis the competitor is a service. This service, we will not let go this personal relationship-based services, and we will leverage on these services with the multiple products to increase the business also. And there was a question to understand that how quickly the branch becomes a profit. We do agree that the investment in the branch banking is a continuous process, and during the initial 1 or 2 years, the branches will not be in a position to cut over because it has to create its presence in the area, the geography, the town or the village in which it is established itself. Normally 2 to 3 years it will take, but we are taking a lot of other steps to improve this number. What we propose to do is that there will be a sales of the assets also from the branch, so that alternative avenues are available at the branch for increasing their footfall of the customers, which in turn will increase the stickiness of the customer, which in turn will increase the profitability of the customer. One of the major focus for the bank is to increase the wallet share of the customer. With this wallet share increase, we are confident of the fact that the time period, the lead time required for converting the branch into profitable will reduce at least by 30-40% from the current level. Yeah. Yeah, there was a question about the rural strategy. We do understand and appreciate that the growth of the rural India, as per the various projections and things which have come down, is going to happen. So we are introducing a products which are mostly focused on the rural consumption categories. Like as somebody was telling that, are you going to come out with a product of specific to the professions? We are going to come out with that. In rural strategy, we have already created an agricultural vertical with a clear focus on priority sector. A team has been created who's a veteran in agricultural business is going to drive this business, and our presence in the rural branches will be felt very strongly as we move forward. Is the point in
Current product.
Yeah. As far as the products which are being offered by us, the mix of the products will keep increasing it. And as I said that our products on the retail segment will multifold. Maybe in another 60 to 90 days, you will be hearing from us about the host of products which we wanted to launch for the benefit of the customers. I think these are the major points.
COVID impact.
Yeah, very important point. There is a question about the fact that what is the impact of the COVID and moratorium. I wanted to divide it into two parts of it. One, with regard to our employee, I want to say with the pride. Maybe this is the only bank I would say that was not reduced, cut the salary or not reduced anybody out of the bank. Rather, during that period, maybe we are the only one who recruited people on our board, which clearly shows that people friendly, clearly shows that employee friendly. And this is a time for the employees to pay back. And I assure you on behalf of the team which is there in RBL, they will pay back during this period as they have been well taken care of and recognized during this period. During this period, yes, the pandemic, we are not exception to that, the impact which has caused on our microfinance as well as the credit card. The slippages were high. However, I wanted to assure you that all those 180 days plus have been provided for. That provision has only made us to realize the real strength of the bank. And in microfinance, the restructured book has been done. It has been done as per the Reserve Bank of India guidelines. We have not. There was a question about that. What sort of formula you followed? We just simply told the line of Reserve Bank. Your bank is a compliance, governed, well governed, and it will be following. It will not be deviating from the guidelines of the regulator. This is an assurance I wanted to give it to the forum which is just facing us today. So with that, this is coming out of it. Out of the around 230 crores plus 50% has been provided for, and it will be coming out of the moratorium over this entire year because the moratorium period varies from number to number, maybe from September, maybe in another 6 months' time it will come out of the moratorium. The behavior of the book, you have to say that it is no exception to how it has been behaving in the rest of the industry. So we are not an exception to it. There is nothing great we can do about it. However, the efforts for recovering from the NPA and the return of account is special teams have been formed who continuously work. They make on an average of 2 crores recovery per month. So we know that this particular amount will add up to the kitty and ultimately it add up to the PBT of the bank. So we are strongly focused on that area as well. Majorly, I tried to cover all the points which has been raised here. If any point is missed out, I request the concerned people to drop a mail, and we will be too happy to cover and respond back to you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. So as mentioned by our MD and CEO, that we have tried to answer all the questions, queries as received from the speakers today. However, in case if any question remained unanswered, my request is please drop us an email at investorgrievances@rblbank.com. This email ID is also available on our website, and we shall be happy to revert on that. As per the applicable provisions of the Companies Act, the bank had made arrangements for the remote electronic voting, which was open from Saturday, September 17th, 10 a.m. onwards till Tuesday, September 20th, 5 p.m. If you have done the remote e-voting, you need not again vote, please. The bank is also providing e-voting facility at this AGM for those members who have not exercised their right to vote through a process called remote e-voting. Please note that the board has appointed Mr. Alvin D'Souza, practicing company secretary, as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the voting and the remote e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. The voting will be scrutinized by Mr. D'Souza, and the result of the remote e-voting and voting at this AGM will be consolidated, and the final results on all the 11 resolutions as mentioned in the notice of the AGM shall be declared within 2 working days from the conclusion of this AGM pursuant to the applicable regulations. In case you have not cast your vote by remote e-voting and wish to cast your vote now, you can do so during this AGM. The instructions for e-voting during the AGM is same as the instructions mentioned in the remote e-voting in the notice of the AGM. The e-voting on all the 11 resolutions as set out in the notice of the AGM will be kept open for 15 more minutes from now. From the conclusion of this AGM. The proceeding of the AGM and e-voting results shall be intimated to the stock exchanges along with the scrutinizer's report, and simultaneously shall also be published on the website of the bank and website of CDSL. All the compliances with respect to the AGM shall be adhered to by the bank. With this, on behalf of the entire bank and the board, I give my sincere thanks to all the shareholders for attending our AGM. Thank you very much.